Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Common Sense Crypto channel. As with you always, this is Rich doing another video today on XRP. So I hope you're all having a wonderful day today, wherever you are in this great world. We're going to talk about XRP. And aren't you all happy it's Saturday once again, and it's Christmas weekend? I'm going to put Christmas content together for you for Christmas Day. I'm going to pre-record it. I'm taking the day off. So we're looking at XRP on the one-day chart, sitting here just above 62 cents. And we've kind of been in the same place for the past couple of days. And it has people speculating, and there's a lot of narratives around why XRP isn't moving. So expert sheds light on why XRP performance has been poor since 2017. Now in 2017, everything looked great for XRP. It even had a massive run-up. It hit a new all-time high, $3.84. Then shortly after, we got tied up with the SEC. But Ratha Kahneman says that XRP did not have enough developers building on its platform, as many had hoped that banks and financial institutions would adopt it. He said now, with smart contracts coming to the XRP ledger, he thinks that's going to be an absolute game changer, and I absolutely agree with that. He pointed out that the token has survived despite all this baggage. He called XRP survival a miracle, but maintained that it survived because it had utility. And that's why I always told you, utility is going to be the biggest driver for XRP. You know, everybody's always worried about the big announcements and no price movement right now, but that value is going to be reflected in the price. It's just a matter of time. Ripple won't burn the escrow. It most likely will become CBDCs. I don't think the XRP is going to become a CBDC. However, I think a lot of that escrow is going to be held up in custody through Medico, most likely. Financial institutions are going to be holding XRP. But while we're on the subject of the burn, because everybody says if Ripple just burned 50 billion of those tokens, the price of XRP would absolutely skyrocket. Well, let me take you back to 2019. Massive XLM coin burn pumps the price, and it did pump the price at first. I remember this. I was buying XLM because of this. I thought, oh, this is it. We're going to the moon. Stellar surges 25%. Following SDF's massive 55 billion lumens token burn. And, you know, once it pumped up, people kept buying it. Then all of a sudden, it kind of fizzled out, and we haven't seen any major price movement come from that burn. 25% is not what most people were looking for. People back then were calling for a 25,000x on XLM. It was a very exciting time, and even if they were to burn the XRP that's tied up in escrow, I don't think it would really affect the price in any way. Hong Kong regulators to accept spot crypto ETF applications. Of course, every single country is going in this direction, but it's not just Bitcoin. They're looking for all types of crypto ETF applications right now, and that could be something that turns crypto around. But I'm not too hopeful because of this right here. Remember I told you that there's no way BlackRock is going all in on Bitcoin. BlackRock is planning to seed its spot Bitcoin ETF with $10 million because they answer to a board. You know, when you go in and talk to a board, most of the people sitting there are not in agreement with you. You know, if they're making money in other areas now, they could care less about crypto and Bitcoin. But, you know, that was the narrative. Everybody was like, oh, $10 trillion is coming to Bitcoin. Get ready. But like I told you, at most, I could see $50 to $500 million, and it didn't even make it to $50 million. But this also shows you that this could end up being a Trojan horse. Because if BlackRock really believed in Bitcoin, I'm sure they would have pushed more money in. But I think they're building hype for retail to get in. And then all of a sudden, they'll manipulate the market and it will become a massive rug pull on retail. The institutions, however, will get rich from it. In the Ripple versus Zakhanov case, after the court famously and absurdly forced all U.S. exchanges to hand over private trading data and identities of all customers who bought XRP to the remaining plaintiff attorney and Ethereum Maxi, Kraken FX now filed the motion to intervene yesterday because Kraken does not agree with the action and customers may believe that Kraken is supporting the lawsuit against Ripple. Again, the court has forced all U.S. exchanges to hand over your private name, address, and XRP trading data to a private Ethereum lawyer. The courts here in the United States are just as corrupt as the politicians. And the higher you go up in the court system, the more corrupt it becomes. And I don't like the fact that this is happening in any way. And I'm glad Kraken is standing up to this. It's nice to see that going on. Congrats to the Coinbase team, Brian Armstrong. Meantime, in the U.S., Elizabeth Warren and Gary Gensler, along with other clueless senators, want to ban crypto, which may go down as the dumbest idea ever. This comes from Johnny Deaton. Coinbase secures crypto license in France, pushing deeper in Europe amid rift with the SEC. It looks like Coinbase is doing exactly what Ripple did, starting to push outside the United States. Because here in the United States, there's no clear path forward, and there's not going to be a clear path forward in the short term. Not until Gary Gensler is gone from the SEC, and most likely Elizabeth Warren is forced into retirement. We need an administration change. Our crypto is going to continue to be held back, and innovation will be held back here in the United States as well. Holy shit. Talk about confirmation. A major U.S. retailer will accept a cryptocurrency as a form of payment, allowing Americans the ability to use blockchain-based payments for everyday purchases. Now a lot of people are speculating this is Amazon. I'm more leaning towards Walmart, and the reason I say that is because Walmart was very big around crypto a few years ago. Crazy to think that in 2024, a U.S. bank will go public about utilizing XRP. Which bank will announce it first? Look at that. With 861 votes, Bank of America got the most votes because we know Bank of America is quietly working with Ripple. I still think that's happening in the background. Brad Garlinghouse, CEO at Ripple. Take a listen to this. He's talking about the fight that continues in Washington.
We weren't in Washington fighting for Ripple yesterday. We're in Washington fighting for crypto. Yeah. And we're not fighting against what Circle's doing. We're not fighting against, I want to support those things. I think the addressable market is so big. If we're fighting about who has what percentage of the market today, you've totally lost the plot. And the market is going to be huge. We need to keep growing the whole market. If Circle wins a little bit more or Ripple wins a little bit more, we both can win a lot.
Take notice, he said they both can win a lot because the market is going to become very huge. And that's why I said, right now we're so focused on cross-border payments with XRP, but it's so much bigger than that now. And all the time we're seeing the next big thing in crypto. This market is expanding all the time. New technology, new forms of massive markets forming, like you see with carbon credits and tokenization. We're going to see other aspects as well as time goes on. But I like the way Brad said that. He's not out there fighting with anyone. He wants the whole industry to succeed. And that's what they're fighting for in Washington. China Bank expands RippleNet partners with D-Money. So China Bank has broadened its global remittance tie-ups to serve Filipinos anywhere in the world using the RippleNet platform. The bank partnered with D-Money, Thailand's leading fintech money service business, to facilitate fast and convenient remittance from Thailand to the Philippines. The partnership with D-Money, with its specialized expertise in international money transfers, enables China Bank to offer online and real-time remittance service through the D-Money app. Like I said, if it's not Ripple out there expanding and growing, it's partners of Ripple, and they're utilizing the RippleNet technology, and they're also utilizing XRP most of the time. U.S. Representative Nancy Pelosi buys $5 million worth of NVIDIA options. Like I always told you, the stock market, you can't make money in the stock market unless you already have a lot of money, because that market is absolutely rigged, and there's so much corruption tied to it. I mean, come on, insider trading, and you see it blatantly right in front of your face, but yet there's no repercussions for it. Nobody's getting arrested for it. And, all the time it comes up that they want to ban politicians from trading in the stock market. But do you ever take notice? It's just talk. Later, when they feel that the stock market is absolutely at its very top, all of a sudden they will be fine with it. Everybody will cash out and the stock market will crash down. But this continues to happen all the time, and it's absolutely disgusting at this point. U.S. debt clock update, marking the end of the Federal Reserve. And you see, there's Jerome Powell. We're the 1%. Celebrating 110 years of plunder. And then you see the new solution. The Fed is the worst thing that ever happened to the United States. And even today, the Fed comes out with those crazy inflation numbers that we all know are absolutely wrong. And it's just something they could sell to the American people. But that's the whole reason I'm in crypto. It's the whole reason you're in crypto. You want to get rich from your investment so you could fight against inflation, so you have the money to continue forward without having to work hard to get to your financial freedom. And, everybody wants the same thing. They also want to quit their 9-to-5 job and have the time to do all the things they want to do. But at the same time, every time you turn around, politicians are introducing bills to try to crush crypto. I really think they're going to crush Bitcoin. I think Bitcoin's going to have its last gasp in this next run-up. Shortly after, somehow they're going to regulate it out. Or they're just going to take control of Bitcoin somehow, some way, because you could see everybody going in that direction. They're more looking towards pushing for a CBDC, which I think that is also in the very near future. I think they're going to do it through that Executive Order 14067, and I think they're going to try to roll it out before the next election, because there's no way this administration is leaving the White House without a CBDC. That's what I honestly think is going to play out at some point next year. But that's just my thoughts. Put your thoughts in the comments section down below. But until everything comes together for XRP and we start to really moon, you gotta stay patient and stay positive. Let's get rich together. With that said, I'm gonna wrap up this video. I want to thank you all for watching. I appreciate all of you. I'll see you in the next one. Have a great night.